There are some days when I listen to that and go, wow, that's really good. And there are other days when I was like, well, that guy, shut up. Will he just please shut up? What is that thing he's playing?
Well, good evening, music land.
Good evening, Bill.
Good evening,
Good
Kevin.
evening, Road Bill.
Road Bill.
Road Bill. We don't want to
That's
make
how
that
we
mistake
roll.
because there are other bills. There's a lot of bills to pay.
Well, you
got a lot of bills to pay.
This is the first bill.
No one has to pay a road bill.
No,
and I know that from experience.
But we sure do appreciate it when you do.
Oh, that's nasty.
All righty. Well, good evening, Music Land. Welcome to your premier blues music personality and history podcast. I am your host for the evening, Road Bill. With me, as always, is Mr. Kevin Papa Blues Purcell. Kevin.
Uh-huh. Yep. That is me.
It is.
I graduated from shoeshine boy to Papa, so.
Well, it takes all kinds, man. It takes all kinds.
It takes a lot of time, too. It takes a lot of time.
You gotta
and a lot
yourself.
Of circumstances. Yeah, you gotta be a man in the circumstances.
That's what they say.
Speaking of being a man.
Uh-oh.
Good job. 2 nights in a row. Great
That's
job with your sound that you did for both. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a lot. We had 2 shows in a row, Friday and Saturday night.
Yep.
No, Saturday and Sunday.
They all blend together.
Yeah, no. Well, Friday we did a little thing with my son. We sang some songs together. Yeah.
Yes.
That was pretty sweet.
You didn't have a sound guy for that.
No, we kind of didn't need one. There was only 8 people listening. It was all family.
Listen, there's no such thing as too small a crowd for me.
Okay, you want me to? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'll call you next time. We'll get the speaker that's the size of a dinner plate out there.
Amen. Hey, so you can listen to this show either live on 98.3 FM or as a podcast. You can just visit our website at thebusstopblues.com or any other podcast hosting platform, i.e. Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Amazon, you name it. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, X and Blue Sky, or send us a message at thebusstopblues@gmail.com. We have a Patreon. We absolutely adore our Patreon subscribers. So if you're a Patreon subscriber, you will get shows earlier than the rest of the general public. So keep that in mind. It pays to be
the benefits.
Patreon subscriber.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they have international insurance?
We're going to get into that.
All right. We'll see if they get.
We talked to a guy about that. We can hook you up.
So it sounds like we're getting bigger. We're spreading.
Dude.
Let me ask you something though. Are we spreading?
Like a virus.
Are we spreading like a virus or like a phenomenon?
Phenomena.
Or both. Phenomena. I'd rather that we were spreading like a phenomenon.
You have to say it again.
Phenomenon.
Hey, so get ready to punch your ticket and hop on the big bus as you make your way to the back seats and get ready for a good time. Because tonight we have another great episode of the Bus Stop Blues featuring some Stevie Ray Vaughan, some Paul Simon, Big Men, Big Music, Tom Waits, Tracy Chapman, Jamie Cullum, and Sean Colvin.
Sweet.
I know.
That sounds like a lot of singer-songwriter types.
Well, there's a reason for all that.
Oh, well,
there might be something.
Maybe
in the
we'll
mix.
discuss that later.
Right. there's gonna be something to talk about.
Yeah. All right.
Let's give him something to talk about.
Let's give him something. Oh yeah.
See what I did there?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Very clever, like the raptor in Jurassic Park. He's very clever.
So what else did you do this weekend? What did you do Friday?
Well, so Friday we had a fantastic little gathering for my wife's brother who was a Vietnam vet, and so we did a little special birthday for him, and Shane had written a song for him.
Oh, Shane is your son.
Yeah,
for Music Land.
So we sang a little song that was a very, very nice little song called "Guns in the Riverbed," and very touching, very emotional.
Is that recorded yet?
It is not. It's
Why?
not. We're working on it. We're getting with Gary on that. Mr. Gary Vincent down there, and I sent him some stuff. I haven't heard from him yet, but I think Gary's pretty busy. Gary's pretty busy right now. Yeah, we should get him up here, though. We should get him up here.
How he hasn't been on this show yet is kind of a crime.
Well, he's a little funny like that. He doesn't really like these kinds of shows.
Well, yeah, I don't care what he doesn't like. He needs to be here anyway.
That's true. That's true. That's how we roll.
I don't remember asking his opinion.
No, we're sending you a cab and you're getting in and you're going to be here. Yeah. And listen, you don't like it?
If Mr. Jim Belushi, can I mention again, thank you, Jim Belushi, for taking the time to be on this radio show in this little town, in this little chair right over there. That was cool. It was cool.
He's he's been around. He's been around the block a couple times, Mr. Belushi.
Two tree.
And but also I told the story tonight at our show,
right,
of him owning 93 acres in Oregon,
along the Rogue River.
That's right. And he said he went swimming in the Rogue River.
Said he
had a
skinny
revelation.
dipping.
You got a revelation. We don't want to tell that part.
No, we don't want to say.
Oh no way, he did already.
He did say it. He was stark naked.
We're clear.
Yeah, come out the water.
There you go. So little Belushi was all frozen in the cold water, and the little Belush.
The little Belush.
No, and you know what? So, but that is funny because the Indians spoke about things like that. Like certain areas or certain bodies of water just had a sacredness to them. And so to be out there, I can't even imagine
the river spirit.
I can't even imagine how cool would that be? Like, look at our lives. We're a mess. Look at us.
Speak for yourself. Look at me. I got the greatest job in the world. I get to hang out with musicians all the time. And
I knew you were going to say that, but you were the one that said before that we were a mess.
Oh, no. But you're a mess.
Oh, okay. That's what it was. That's what it was. I see. You bastard. No, when I was saying that, I meant you. Okay. All right. So I can't imagine what it would be like to literally live out in the middle of a 93-acre farm, just growing, weed or whatever. I don't care, whatever you're growing.
Sure.
But to run, you can't, like 93 acres, you can get lost on that.
You can get lost for a long time.
Yeah, I've been lost in my own yard, which is only a quarter of an acre.
How the hell did I get here?
Where is this? I've never seen this part of my farm. But that is pretty cool. And then also hearing the stories of the strains that he's working on to there's healing power in them. They're cannabis plants.
Yeah, so. I'm like I said, I don't partake. It's just not my jam, but I do believe in the mathematics behind it.
Well, and also the CBD oils and stuff. Sure. They don't have any THC in them, so you could.
I can slather myself in them.
You can indulge in those, and you could smoke them in the plastic bottle they came in if you'd like.
You're recommending that?
Then you will. Then
you heard it here first, folks.
That will be imbibing for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's something.
It's almost.
I don't know if good is the right word.
Well, we're almost there, but it is. No. So yeah, and then of course there was I made the announcement tonight at the show. Did you hear the applause? A lot of people. Of
course they do.
I tried to tell them. I was up there. And I said, I'm not sure how to say this, but
really. Did you tell them that our radio studio reeks of rich mahogany?
I didn't get to that part. Okay. They started applauding before that. They started applauding. No, well, but it is fun, and we love our fans, and we love our you people out there in music land. We love each and every one of you, even though there's some of you we don't know. We kind of do anyway. You're already friends of ours. You just don't know it yet.
Right. We get into their earballs every week, and it's happening more and more and more.
Yeah. That seems more like a doctor. Doctor would do that. Where else do you go?
Dr. Kevin.
Well,
Reverend Kevin, Deacon Kevin. No, I just want to give a huge shout out because again, some of this we owe some mad respect to Jim Belushi for taking the time and kind of expanding us a little bit. But even before he came in, we had a number of downloads going into the month of February, and we had a total of like 12,000 we were sitting at. And we did in the month of February by itself, we had just about 5,000 total downloads. So it's growing. The show's growing. We owe it all to the
like a phenomenon.
But we owe
not like a virus.
Well, they spreads the same way.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, that's kind of true.
It's infectious. Yeah.
Either way, people are going to get sick.
Amen to that. Right. But as long as they tell their 2 or 3 friends first before they get sick, and then we have a couple minutes till they get sick of it, and they tell a couple.
You're like that Calgon commercial. And they told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends.
So yes, it's been going great. We're really happy. We do need more support. We do need more people out there. There's 8 bajillion people out there. We can still do better.
How do we do that? Who do we need to talk to?
You know what? I think we just need to keep doing what we do, and the snowball.
There's probably somebody we could talk to, though.
Well, we're doing it. We're talking to them right now.
Do you know we are?
We are. You is.
Oh, all right. You're the one? You're
I'm
the one to talk to?
no.
I didn't say
See,
that.
this is radio land, music land out there. We're talking to. Give him a big wet hug.
Yeah. I know some people. I'm going to talk to a couple of people. I know some people. They don't do anything that has to do with radio, but they're good people to talk to. But they won't be able to help us. Yes, I'm just saying. No. That's called a therapist.
This is great.
God love him. God love him. Speaking of therapy,
yes,
isn't it a great time to play some music?
I think that is
exactly
therapy,
isn't it?
We should
is it
be
not?
Doing.
That is therapy.
Is something similar to that. So,
and it's a little bit of a shout out to
we're going to be a callback to Big Jim Belushi. Again, can't give enough kudos to that man. He was wonderful. He was awesome. I highly recommend going to see Song Sung Blue or the Chronology of Water, both of those movies, or check out Growing Belushi on Discovery or HBO Max.
And what was the one he had coming up on about the dogs?
Yeah,
Canine.
Go do that on A&E.
Yeah, on A&E.
Right. Yes.
What was it called? Canine. Right?
No, that was the name of the movie he was in.
Anyway. It was Canine something.
Sure,
it was Canine something.
You should really write that down before you ask me if I have it written down.
No, I listen. Here's the deal. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I'll figure it out myself.
Plan.
I'll figure it out with my friends out here.
We're gonna
talk to my therapist right now. What's his number again? I got it on speed dial.
Can't Get Out of It by Big Men, Big Music, which is the project he did with Dan Aykroyd. So sit back, get your earballs open, and take a listen.
Thank you, Dr. RB.
Well, there you go.
Good stuff by Belushi Acrobat. Wow, that's good.
Right?
What did they? Did they just do one album? Or do they?
They just did the one album.
The one album.
That's what Jim said.
Big music.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Very cool. I'm gonna have to go up and listen to some more of the stuff off that.
We might just play more of it here.
It's actually pretty old though, right? From a while ago.
Yeah.
It's from 20 years ago or so.
I don't do math.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's probably good. That's probably good. Because then that's how you never figure out what I paid you.
Right. No, that's why I've been here 20 years.
Shut up, everybody. Shut up.
Hey, you know what? This is where you say what?
What?
You are now tuned in to your number one
Tales from the road. It's that time.
It is. It's Tales from the Road.
Tales from the Road time.
Do you have one?
I do not.
Oh, okay. All right.
I rely on you.
I think I've got one.
Let's do it.
This one, this is a crazy one. This is like, Tales from the Road. Sometimes they go back a little farther than even the days of music. This is, but it's still from the road. But wow, this is a wacky one. But people got to know this. They have to know this.
Right.
When I was younger, I had a couple of friends whose house we were at all
so
the
much
time.
Younger than today.
So much younger. The lines on my face were getting clearer. Me and my friend, me and my still friend to this day, Louis, we've known each other for 55 years or something like that. It's crazy. Met when we were 10 years old, and so when we were in high school, some of the friends we had whose house we'd always go and party at were the sons of Dr. J. Allen Hynek.
Oh,
Dr. J. Allen Hynek is the guy who coined the term close encounters of the first, second, and third kind, and he also opened up the Center for UFO Studies at Northwestern University.
The university?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Northwestern? Yeah, okay.
The Northwestern.
I know some people there.
Northwestern. Yeah, you do kind of know some people there. There's some some big people there.
Well,
yeah, they can throw their weight around a little bit.
She does.
She does. Anyway, this was a crazy night. We were partying at his house, and some guys came down, and Tony was with them. And
Tony,
said,
our bass player.
Tony, our bass player, Tony. And he said, "Hey, why don't you meet us up in one of the bedrooms up, because we were partying in the base. A whole bunch of people were there. All like, just maybe high school or just out of high school, still, hanging around. Nobody had gone to college yet, because a lot of those people didn't go to college. I didn't. And so here I am, kind of partied out, I've had quite a few drinks, and they said, "Hey, come up to the room. We're gonna try some, we're gonna try a new strain of Mother Nature, like Jim Belushi, right?
Belushi stuff, right?"
And I was like, "Okay, I'll be up in a second." And I was talking to a girl, and I was just trying to, chat with her, and then she had to go or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go find those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I went up into the Hynek's house, and I started looking. I made the mistake of I was gooped. So I just started opening doors that were closed doors. Yeah. Just go, are you guys in here? Are you guys in here? Yeah. I ended up walking into the office of Dr. J. Allen Hynek, and he was in there, and he was studying stuff, and he wanted somebody to talk to.
Of course.
And I was gooped, I'm here. I'm this young kid. My eyes are probably, beet red. And he's like, "Yeah, so you want to see some classified documents?" I was like, "What?" They were by this time unclassified, but
are you sure?
Not entirely.
Okay.
But he was showing me stuff. I think that's all come out now,
sure.
Because they did a show about him called Project Blue Book.
Yeah.
About all the stuff that Dr. Hynek was involved in, and how crazy it got. The Chinese were involved, and all the UFO stuff and crazy. And so I'm sitting there trying to act like I can ask intelligent questions, not like, now when I just, I'm just this show is so childish, so why should I try?
This is serious business here, pal.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah,
okay. All right. I'm sorry. I had it wrong then. All this time I thought I was supposed to be childish.
Damn Skippy.
So anyway, Dr. Hynek starts asking me questions about, like, what do I think of some of the craziest concepts. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's all. Yeah, that's a great concept. I don't know what you're talking about. And he started talking about like different dimensions. Like we occupy the same space as several other possible like dimensions or universes,
Oh, I'm
and I was
versed
like,
in
what?
this.
You know what he told me? So I don't know if you know this, but he told me, like, he said, in the Air Force, sometimes this is all theory. I don't know, this is all for entertainment purposes. I don't know how much of it, but he was saying that a lot of this is what they theorized. Him and his cohorts, I guess, his
posse,
his companions. Sometimes the Air Force would be chasing a UFO, right? And this UFO would be in front of them, and they'd be going, whatever. How fast does a jet go?
Mach something.
1,200 miles an hour or something?
Yeah, 14 bajillion.
Yeah, and this thing just bolts ahead of them and goes and just disappears.
Yeah.
Well, they don't think that it disappeared because of speed. They think what happened is they changed their oscillation so that they would kind of disappear into the next dimensions. They would either slow down or speed up their oscillation, so that they could just zip into the next, and that's how they zipped in and out. that's why a lot of times these UFOs show up in the weirdest places.
Which one of you was cooked?
Your picnic. I mean, this is the thing is, see, that's why, I mean, he's a very he was in the movie. He was in the movie.
I'm going to be honest with you. I support all of that, and I find it very fascinating. And I also think it's kind of cooked at the same time.
It's sort of cooked, because I'm the same with Bigfoot. I'm like, I love the idea of Bigfoot,
Have
but
you seen
it might
these
be a little
feet?
cooked. Well, yeah, well.
They're long fellows.
Now you said that. Oh boy, you said that Mr. Aykroyd gets into this stuff too.
Yeah,
huh?
Dan Aykroyd is a big time into all the occult stuff and aliens and stuff like that. If you remember, we talked to Jim about it just briefly. We touched on it, and he was like, "Yep,
wow."
Yep.
Did I see Aykroyd then? Am I having flashbacks of him being like the narrator for like a show for a while?
That's highly possible. I cannot confirm or deny that.
It's not like you have to.
Me and Jim,
you're like his security.
Me and Jim have figured we shouldn't tell you anymore. That's what we've come to.
I do remember him singing a song about how they didn't like me. Nobody likes me. Anyway,
remember that one break where you told you, "Hey, shut up! I'm talking to this guy." He was talking to me.
I said that.
No, Jim said that to you.
Oh, hey, shut up. Anyway, that was the one of the wildest nights, because I've never forgotten it. I was only when I was 20 maybe, and here's this guy who then goes on after that. Now because it was after that they did the movie,
sure,
and then E.T. and all that stuff, and
you're like, I know that guy, and they're like, yeah, okay, Kev, you're cooked.
Yeah. No, I swear to God, I know him. He's like, anyway, it was it was a crazy conversation, because I didn't know what to make of it. I didn't know what to think.
Interesting.
I didn't know what to think, but it was, it's the guy.
Oh yeah.
He's like the guy. He's like the guy who started it all. He was like the Jimi Hendrix of UFOs. Excellent.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Hey, real quick before we move on, I did get a really interesting review of this show. From a buddy of mine that I went to high school with. He texted me and he told me, he said, "I'm pretty sure listening to this podcast, I cannot pass a drug test."
Oh, the Jim Belushi
the Jim
one.
Belushi episode.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I thought, there's not a better fitting
that's pretty good.
review of what happened. So if you haven't listened to it yet and you don't want to pass your drug test, you should go listen to that show.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk of cannabis.
Yes,
quite frankly, Jim Belushi is a cannabis connoisseur.
And an entrepreneur.
Yeah. What do they call those guys that are like really into wine? The guys that they know, sommelier.
Sommelier.
He's like a weed sommelier. Yeah.
All righty.
Yeah.
So are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're ready. Let's do this. Our guest.
I've been ready.
Can I talk now?
Well, what are you talking about?
I'm talking.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Our guest this week is no stranger to the Bus Stop Blues. He's an exceptional singer-songwriter that I first got the chance to meet on the main stage over at Craigstock several years ago. And I found my jaw nearly on the floor each and every time I've had the chance to hear him play. He can be seen at venue upon venue around the Chicagoland area, including one of our favorite places, Hey Nani, in Arlington Heights later this summer. Musicland, I present Mr. Kevin Mileski. Kevin.
Yeah. Welcome back, Kev.
Hey,
welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
By
guys.
the way, cool name, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, where'd you get that?
It's always a very confusing show when when I'm on here. I think it's
because the other person says Kevin, and then we all look.
Kevin
you and me and our multiple personalities, all of us look.
we're like the 12 string of radio.
Yeah. There you go.
There
Well, maybe the 9 string. Yeah,
that sounds a little off.
12.
Oh,
Yeah,
now I get it.
Now you get it. Remember the mess?
The math is all wrong.
And by the way, Dan Aykroyd did he was a narrator for a thing called Unplugged on UFOs.
There you go.
Unplugged
See?
UFOs.
We
I
knew
thought
what
I
we
saw
didn't know.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Exactly.
I saw something. And that was a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Was it quite a while
Yeah,
ago?
it was like 2002 or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
All right. Wow. Cool.
2002. That's just that wasn't that long ago.
Speak for
No,
yourself.
it's only 26 years ago, 25 years ago. No big deal. Life goes by. Life comes at you fast.
Absolutely.
Sure.
One of the great. You ever see
Stuff
that
does.
commercial? It was out a while ago. I cannot believe they didn't continue this commercial. Do you remember the guy who was the model guy from Germany? He had like the long hair and he was like this,
Fabio?
Fabio.
Yeah.
Fabio was in the commercial.
Oh, he was a
it was
decent-looking dude.
the insurance. It was the insurance. Life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
He was the guy rowing the boat in like the Italian, one of those boats.
Yes. Yeah.
He's rowing the boat, and the chicks are looking at him. They're all like, "Oh!" And they go under one of those bridges.
Yeah.
And they come out on the other side of the tunnel, and Fabio is now aged like he's 85, and his hair is still long, and he's
remember
missing
this.
teeth.
I
And the
remember
chicks
this.
are like, they're like, ah, it's like, life comes at you fast. One of the funniest commercials I ever saw.
Good to
Fabio.
laugh at yourself.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I hope
Yes.
Fabio was able to laugh at it. You think maybe he came back later and said, "Hey, I didn't like the end of that commercial.
I-
That's not how I'm going to look when I'm
You
85."
know, I like to think that somebody like that is just as beautiful on the inside and was like, let's do this. Let's make me look. really
Okay,
bad.
Kev. Yeah. All right. I don't. I think that
Stunning,
was
man.
literally, if you looked up naive, that explanation would be in there.
I
Yeah.
appreciate your
People who
honesty.
think that a beautiful person is just as beautiful on inside.
I mean, it works for me and it works for
the
you.
beautiful people. It does.
Yeah.
It does. Well, I don't know. Well, are we that beautiful on the outside?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Say
we are.
yes. Say yes.
Just say yes.
The beauty part is that, I haven't been
That's
to the
why
eye
we're on
doctor
the
in 4
radio.
years.
I don't think anybody would mistake me for Fabio, but hey, we'll worry about that later when we get our wigs.
Well, if they thought you were
Every one of
Fabio,
us here needs a wig now.
they'd be mistaken.
If they thought
If they thought you were Fabio, they'd be mistaken.
Well,
feel-
Fabio,
I feel like that was.
That was a shot.
I feel
That
like
was a shot.
I feel like that was a shot across the bow.
that was a very awkward silence.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to have those sometimes.
You
It's
do.
radio.
Yeah.
It's radio. You got to have those.
Yeah, you're a little
Then there's
quick on
always
that
that.
one.
Then
Yeah.
there's always that. That's kind of the awkward horn line there. So how are things, Kev? How's life treating you? Everything good? The wife, the
it's
kids, the
great.
family,
I love
the
it. I love it.
nephews, the nieces, the building you live in.
You name it. Everything. Yes. Even the car's still running.
The car
touch
is still
wood.
going.
Yeah.
Where's the wood? There's no wood around here.
Well, there's it's like there's
Yeah,
something
sawdust. Yeah, sawdust.
there.
Yeah,
It's
great.
glued together.
That's great. And
No,
so
everything's good.
and so are you now you were in before, we talked about a lot of different things, so there's a lot to talk about. Of course, there's always too much to talk about. You're still writing songs? Because I just heard
yeah.
you were talking about you just finished one an hour and a half ago.
I did.
Isn't that crazy? Like the way song, you just never know when a song is gonna.
I
you know,
tell you, whenever I have some kind of event coming up, so like I consider this an event, right? Like it's not just like your standard gig, but like a something that's really going to get you. I'm always just immediately inspired, and I'll just sit there and come up with an idea, and all of a sudden it just like it just comes out, and like every time like I play over, like, hey Nani, you mentioned that at the end of June, and every time I play there, I always have a new song that I wrote like maybe 3 days before, if that. So I just go out and try it. But I'm constantly inspired. I'm inspired by the world in good ways and bad ways.
Bill, can I just point out something? We're an event.
Oh.
Remember before we were just a.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, you should write that, because I think we just reached a pinnacle.
I think you did.
Before we were just it was just something to do on Sunday night, but now we're an event.
We were some schlocks.
All right, thank you, Kev.
Yeah.
Now back to the show.
Back to the
Did it make you feel better about yourself?
Yes.
That's
And now
great.
I'm inspired.
See?
I'm inspired by the event that I'm at right now.
Then we should write music more.
Let's do it. Let's
See?
do it.
Ooh.
So
It just comes out.
so events somehow inspire you and stuff. And I love that last comment. I'm inspired by life, both good and bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it is. You know what? It's funny. My son, you met him over there.
Love
Hey,
him.
Nine, he's a lovely guy. He was there today at the show, and he writes great songs.
Mhm.
And so it's great to talk to somebody that. I talk to guys that write songs. We talk, but to talk, when your son is writing songs, it's really different. And then watching him go through the process, which is not, it's not easy, it's not hard, but there's a tedium to it, and there's also a strenuousness to it of sorts, because you never know what you're going to be inspired through.
Absolutely.
And so these things just come out, and it's incredible. I heard one time it was a songwriter, a guy that writes a lot of country songs, and he's written some big hits, but he's also written some pretty intense tunes. And he said that he believed, now this is crazy, but he believed that all of the ideas for melody, lyrics, and everything is all in this big sort of, like cloud, I guess you'd put it. And he thinks they're all out there. And he believes that when something happens to you and you get deep into it, you're able to access that.
Huh.
And you get all these creative ideas, and the more you access it, the more creative the ideas become. And one of the reasons he was being asked that, because he had literally released a song by his country artist at the same time that another country artist had written a song that was almost identical. It was incredibly similar, same sort of melody, same kind of, everything going on. And it didn't upset him.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I think that's because we both just dipped into the cloud at the same time.
That's an interesting
And I was
way
like, wow, that's whacked. Yeah. But it's UFOs, this is the show today. It's the show today.
It is not a conspiracy show, but definitely an alternative thought process show. So,
well, and to be a writer, don't you have to?
You better be.
You have to have an alternative thought process.
I mean,
Otherwise, you just come out with this, the stuff like Bob Dylan came up with this stuff. No, I'm kidding. That was not. He's great. I'm just kidding.
No,
I had to throw somebody under the bus for that joke.
I'll tell you, Joni Mitchell. I remember she said something. She was like, she said, what's great about that music? It's different from the visual arts. Is that nobody went to a Van Gogh and said, "Hey man, play Starry Night again."
Oh, wow. Fair enough.
It's one of those things you keep creating. You get to keep, I mean, I've been to your shows. I mean, like, you think the song, you don't. The song knows you, and you just
the song writes you.
It comes to meet you. I think it really comes to meet you.
I've been written.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's cool. Great. Now, do you do anything? Have you gone to songwriting
school,
school, or or just like get-togethers with writers and stuff like that,
or
some kind of symposium where writers are there talking about their craft and whatnot?
Yeah, I've done that once or twice.
Boring, isn't it?
It was unique. It's not something I would actually search out. I think what it really brings together is people that think that they're really messed up in the head and that they shouldn't have these ideas. And
so it's like an AA, sort of like an AA meeting.
Yeah, exactly. It's totally what it ends up being. But then you get these great ideas. They're totally whacked out, right? And it's like, well, that could be a great song, And I mean, I write a lot of songs right now about getting older, and that's fine. I mean, I can associate with it, but I try to throw this funny spin on it because it is funny. Like I have a song, maybe we can jam on it later. I don't know, but it's called "I Used To," and I used to do all kinds of crazy things. I was an adrenaline junkie. I was a rock climber. I was a whitewater kayaker, and all this stuff like that. Now it take me like 15 minutes to get my socks on. So it's all about that, and it's just like bringing it all together. But sometimes those workshops can be really good at just making you say like, oh, wait a minute, I'm not looking at it from the same perspective, right? Maybe I'm looking at it too big. I had a teacher in college that told me that. He's like, don't write a song about love. Give me something else. That's too big. I'm like, all right, I want to write about a house. And he goes, no, that's way too big. He goes, pick a spot on the wall. Okay.
House is a lot smaller than love, though.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
All right.
Well, we had to keep it short. It was only a 45-minute class.
All right.
So he's like, pick that spot on the wall. I'm like, okay. And he goes, tell me how that spot got there. Write a whole poem about that. just that spot on the wall.
Yikes.
It was like 3 pages long. I'm like, I get it. Don't be so obtuse, right? Yeah. So it's pretty, and sometimes you just need somebody else to tell you that, to be like, that's
interesting.
Bring it down.
No, because like, look, I think everybody in the world thinks they can put something like that together. We've collabed on a tune, and I've penned some stuff that I'm like, okay, well, this sucks. But you put it together. But I've never even thought about what you're saying, and that seems pretty interesting because I always look at like this big thing, and I want to do something interesting about this big thing, and then I get discouraged because it's too big or there's not enough stuff, and I'm like, I'm no good at this. I shouldn't even be trying.
Oh no! Talk about the color of the leaf. It's just like it's I love it. I think that's one of the things. I think, music is just it's an audible form of poetry. So
audible form of poetry. No, it is cool. I mean, and obviously we know that there are some, there's a lot of silly music, lyrics, songs out there, like, like listen to the Archies, yummy, yummy. I've got love in my tummy. I mean, I don't know what they were trying to say there, but it's,
I think they were talking about it from somebody else's perspective.
Okay, let's just stay away. Let's just stay away from that. I don't know what the Archies were doing.
Well, did they make money?
They did.
They did.
What? Stand
That's all that matters
at
the
corner.
I know what rhetorical means. Yeah.
No, that's a good way to do it. That's if you want to make some money. Well, that is cool. I for some reason it just made me think of it, of one of the craziest stories that I read. The whole thing. Do you remember I don't know what happened to her. Remember Suzanne Vega?
Oh yeah. I love her, dude.
And she wrote that one song. It was a cappella. And that song was like, it was a hit when she did it sort of a cappella about do.
Yeah.
And so you know this, what happened when they turned it into sort of like a hip hop, dance thing, about that?
No, did it die or did it come back?
No. Oh my God, you never heard but you heard the version. You never heard the version?
I didn't know what happened.
So it was it was a minor hit for her, and she did pretty good with that. And then if I read this now, if Suzanne Vega is listening, she was like, she might go, oh, she's going to call what happened. but supposedly what happened, according to this article that I read, is that these guys in France heard the song, or Belgium or France or something like that. And, because all those countries are all the same,
Right. Yeah.
And they all look the same there.
There goes our international audience.
We have failed.
Today, this is we're called the Bus Stop Blues because a lot of people get thrown under the bus.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop.
Yeah. It does not stop. And so these brilliant guys, they actually took the song and they put that dance, that groove to it, groove with all the, with the bells in the background, and so they put it out. They put it out like that without asking her. And so when they finally heard it, her team, her lawyers or whatever, so, they were going to put a stop to it and stuff. And they were like, well, we'll share the royalties with you.
Absolutely.
And she was like, but her team, that wasn't her. I mean, but her team was like, what royalties? They were like, well, it's like reached #1, like for 17 weeks in all of Europe, and they were like, oh, then yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
We'll take a check, please.
Yeah, we'll take a check, please. Which, by the way, is the same kind of thing. Did you read the story about Wagon Wheel?
Yes, I know that.
That's a crazy story that the guy found the half-written song by Dylan in the archives.
Yeah,
I was totally kidding about Dylan. I love Dylan. Would you stop? And
the retraction.
And that guy, there it was. The back out. So that guy from what was the name of that band? It wasn't
Darius.
It wasn't Darius. It was the guy from what was the name of that band? They were just alt.
Oh my God, I saw them.
They were like an alt country band. Yeah,
I saw them in concert. They were
and the guy found the archives and decided to finish the song.
That's amazing.
He decided to finish it, and later on, when it became big, Bob Dylan's team just went, "Yeah, all right, we'll just send us 50%. It's fine."
It's awesome. I mean, I've got a few songs out there that have been licensed to other artists.
Oh yeah,
and
really?
Bob Dylan?
No. That was the case. We would have to lock the door a little differently. But no, it's I've got a couple of songs that other artists have recorded versions of, and I maintain my rights. I don't sell them.
Yeah, right.
So every once in a while, I'll get like a check from ASCAP and be like, oh, that's
Nice.
That's taxable.
Hey, kids, dinner tonight, right? That's great.
Still nice. Yeah.
That's great. So you're still out there. You're still out performing, and
yeah.
and you're writing, and you're doing some stuff.
Absolutely.
Keeping things going. Glad to hear your the rest of your situation is getting better and better.
Yes.
So why don't we let's you put together a bunch of tunes for us, which is what we have every one of our guests do,
Absolutely.
and our special guests really get the you're one of our special guests.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're an event, and I'm a special guest. Tonight is a good night for egos. Yes.
Hey, a second ago you were talking about how it was all. Oh, we failed. We didn't
boy.
though. We didn't. we failed in some ways, and in other ways we're being inspired by the world around us in good ways and in bad.
I love it. I love it.
All right. So, and you know what? This is the only name on here that I do not recognize. Who is Jamie Cullum?
All right. So Jamie Cullum, he's a piano player. Phenomenal guy, right? I mean, just great songwriter. But I like pretty much everything he's ever written and put out. But this song just really resonated with me. I'm seeing it every day. Like, these poor kids that are, they're trying to grow up, but they can't afford to move out of their parents' houses right now. And then you've got like the ones that are humble about it, and you got the ones that are just kind of like, what? I deserve to be making 150 grand a year, and I don't have to do anything for it. So this song is it's a total play on getting out of college, and this is exactly how I felt. Just like, wait, I can't just be cool and make money, And so it didn't quite work out for me. So that's what this song is. It's called 20 something, and I will tell you, it really does bring out the
that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll get a kick out of these
Interesting.
lyrics. They're great. They're great.
Very interesting. Okay. And then she got she got her ticket from Tracy Chapman. She's awesome.
So Tracy Chapman, I mean, I love her anyway, but this song has a groove in it that when it kicks in, it's just like you can't help but sway your hips, and it's the strangest thing because it's really not her style. But she produced it, so it was her thing.
Wow. Okay.
And it was totally out of what was going on, but it's just like it just makes you want to ride and take that ticket and just go. So I heard that song for the first time. I was like blown away by the rhythms. And you guys, I don't know if you remember, but I'm huge on rhythms, like just odd rhythms or just syncopations and things like that. And as a harp player, I know that you play in the syncopation, you play in the thirds, and it's so that's what that song is for.
Yeah.
And then
the rhythm of life, baby. Yeah.
And then the song after that, I don't know, should I tell that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The song after that, How the Heart Approaches What It Yearns, is by Paul Simon. And this is a song that's in 5. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, but he sings in 4.
Oh boy.
It's the first time I ever heard a singer-songwriter use a funky time signature.
Wow. Okay.
But make it
is weird.
It doesn't sound weird. It doesn't sound awkward. So it's not like a waltz is easy. You follow that. A 4, you follow that.
Yeah.
But a 5, you're like, wait, you feel like you're tripping over your heels.
5/4.
The way this is so beautiful.
Oh
so
boy.
Beautiful. So
wow.
That's what got me into that kind
is
of
very
stuff.
cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well, let's give these a spin.
Let's
make sure I get my right
check
hand
them
on
out.
the right thing, and then we'll come on the backside and finish up with Mr. Kevin Mileski.
Oh,
sounds
awesome.
Mr.
Right.
Mr. Kevin Mileski.
No doubts.
Yeah. You probably don't get that much.
Am I an event now?
Yes.
I might be
yes, you're becoming an event.
Jamie
Pay
Cullum,
attention.
everybody.